Bharata Desha Hitaya Kuru Sevam Tvam Kuru Sevam Tvam Kuru Sevam Tvam Kuru Sevam. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami. Even though it is kind of understood when we say one has to play different roles. This is understood, this idea that one has to play different roles. This is understood. Because one undergoes some change. To play different roles. This much is understood. Let me make it clear. I am the same person while the related other with reference to which, whom I become somebody. That is variable, is always variable. Now father, now mother. I see myself as son of my father, son of my mother. So these are variables. They go on changing. People go on changing. Situations change. And with reference to different situations, objects, people, I am irrelevantly changing. I change relevantly. One is a brother to sister. After talking to one's sister, one talks to one's wife. Next, this is over and this starts. Talks to one's wife. Both stand side by side. Now to sister, now to wife. Now when one changes, means what one confronts, the counterpart is variable. Sister is different from the other person. But the person who responds to both is the same fellow. This is the problem I said. Same fellow. Same me, dear me. So I am the son, I am daughter. I am brother, I am sister, I am husband, I am wife. And this relevantly people keep on changing. They are variables. So when one talks to one's sister, one is a sibling. One talks to one's spouse, husband or wife, one becomes spouse. So there is no hangover. Suppose this fellow talks to his sister, there is no hangover. The brother hangover is not there. Talks to his wife, hangover is not there. Brother is completely replaced by husband, correct? So that means this brother is totally gone. Brother is totally displaced by the husband? No. Then who is replaced? Tell me. This is where you understand. Who is replaced? I am talking to my sister. A person tells me. One talks to one's sister. One is brother. Then sister talking is over. And the person is talking to his wife. Then one becomes husband. This husband, did this person displace brother totally? Yes, totally. Totally means there must be a new fellow. Again he talks to his sister, then he becomes brother, then he talks to his wife, he becomes husband, and he talks to his mother, and he becomes son. Correct? So what's happening? There is one fellow, invariable. There is an invariable fellow who is what? Who is neither brother, nor husband, nor son. Correct? That person, I am invariable. That's an amazing thing. I am the invariable. But then the people are variable. People with whom I relate are variable. I am invariable. But relevant to each person, I am also variable, correct? I am invariable with a variable status. This variable status is what we say role. This is real life. So in real life, the variable status I assume with reference to different people, I become different. But I become different means with relevantly different. This relevantly different is what is sanity is. Suppose I behave with my father, mother in a certain way. As a son, daughter. And to my son or daughter, if I behave the same way, then there is no relevant change. That is irrelevant. Suppose to my father, I say Aye. Aye means please come sir. Aye with respect, when you say I. So father, he is coming from his own place and he travels and comes to your house and you say, Aye. Whatever way you receive your father, mother, there is a culture, there is a home culture. You receive that way. So आइए, पिताजी को नमस्कार भी करेगा. So here, they generally do. In Japan, what do? Suppose father comes after a few months, comes to your house, what do? So, how many degrees? Different, about 20 degrees, 30 degrees, eh?
90.
Yeah.
90.
90? Not always. Not always. After a long time, maybe 90. So respect. All right. So you say I and all that. There is a particular respect shown. Then his son is coming from his college and he was staying in another city and he comes home for holiday and he says I means what? Means there is some problem. Then he asks Mataji, then what happened to father? He says I. Is he gussa ho gaya kya? He is angry with me? No, he is not angry with you, he is serious. What serious? He is seriously ill, okay? So this is irrelevant behavior. This is what we say, madness. The definition of madness is irrelevant behavior. It's not relevant behavior. And therefore, so you can understand what is culture also is very important in this. Culture plays a big part. So in the behavior patterns, there is relevant and irrelevant from cultural standpoint. But the cultural overtones apart. But there is an attitudinal and a certain relevance. That attitudinal relevance is very important. And this is what we say a role script, a particular role script. So the script starts with behavior patterns, your attitude, etc. Then there is something subjective also. Some you can be angry. That is subjective. It's not that your son, you are always angry. Kabhi angry also. And therefore that is subjective. But then it's all a part of role playing. In this there are issues. We will see those things later. And therefore in whole life is nothing but relating to the world. Unrelated, you can be alive. You cannot live your life. If I can make a difference between being alive and making your life, being alive doesn't imply relating. But relating, of course, implies you are being alive plus living your life. In sleep, I don't relate. In coma, I don't relate. In death I don't relate. Means I don't exist to relate. In coma I am assumed to exist because I am breathing still. I be going on. I don't relate to anybody. It is as good as dead until I begin relating. And therefore in sleep also it is the same. So that is, I am alive. In sleep I am alive. In coma I am alive. But I am not relating. I am not making my life. I am not living my life. So from this what we understand, to live my life is to relate. Relating implies this invariable me, I, this I invariable. So I become son, daughter, that's basic. Son, that's why I say son, daughter. That is basic. And every other relationship comes later. Son, daughter. Then you discover you are a brother, sister also. Then of course you discover that you are a grandson, you are a granddaughter. There are discoveries of relationship. Then you get married and then you become a husband, wife, and then these are all relationships created. Sannyasa is snapping all these relationships. There is only one relationship to Ishvara and Guru. And so all relationships are snapped. So that is sannyasa. It has got certain advantage. It's not that you become unrelated, comatic person. You do relate to people, but there is no such thing as a relationship doesn't exist. So that is what you work for, really. Taking sannyas, you work for it. It's not that immediately achieved. You work for it. But you snap all these ties. So this is your role, this is what I say, your day-to-day role playing. In this, the situations to which you relate are variable, mean they are changing. You are the invariable undergoing a relevant change. It's not that I am the invariable same person. The I remaining the same, certain change. Same person. Same body, same mind, same senses, same I. This person, individual, Vyashti. Same person. Somebody pats my back. I turn around, I see somebody. And hey, a friend. Hey, when did you come? Again somebody pats me this side. Thank you, sir. You called on me. Thank you. Because somebody told him that he will call on his own boss. Therefore, sir, you're obedient servant. This is the Indian attitude. Yours obediently. Idiotic. Yours sincerely is enough. Obedience only is meant for dogs. You don't need obedience. You need to be sincere and you know your duty, then you do your duty. Why obediently? I like this American attitude. Americans don't know what is obedience. They won't know what is obedience if Dogs, if the dogs are not taken to obedience school, they have an obedience school, and they take the dogs, the owners of the dogs, they take their dogs to the obedience school. Both of them, both the dog and the owner, both of them are trained. Because to whom the dog should be obedient. So both the dog and the owner, both are trained. And both are trained. For the dog to be obedient to the master, both are taken to obedience school. In fact, the owner takes the dog and himself to obedience school. And the dogs are trained. Obedience. That is only obedience they know. No other obedience. Correct? I love that. That doesn't mean they are not sincere. They do their jobs. They are truthful. If they say, suppose they say that I worked on this project so many hours, they mean it. They worked so many hours. They don't bluff. Exceptions may be there. But the general work ethics are there. That's what made that country great. Work ethics, honesty. This obeys yours obediently, and you are so humble, simple, and then pull the carpet underneath. This humble symbol. And they say also, Swamiji, I am a simple, humble man. Symbol. Yes, sir? Somebody pats my back. Yes, sir? Hey, when did you come? And you see another person. Then you say, Aye. Please come. So you are inviting. You have invited some people for a party. Different people come, you respond to all of them differently. Correct? You go around and then meet them all. You talk to them differently. And the person who comes out is relevant. Understand? Relevant. And if it is irrelevant, people will get confused. People will get worried. Okay? क्या हो गया उनको? Irrelevant talking. And suppose somebody asked this fellow, so when is the concert? When is the music concert? When is the concert? My father went away a day before yesterday. No, I am asking when is the fellow, when is that concert beginning? When does it begin? I told you. My uncle is coming today. I told you. This is a serious situation, okay? So, therefore, this sanity, look at this sanity. We are called sane people when we talk relevantly, talk properly, and your boss comes, hey, come here. You are fired next day. So you have a certain way of talking to people. It all depends upon who the person is. Therefore, it's clear, I am the same person. I bring out of myself a relevant person to relate to everybody. And again with reference to a house, I am the owner or a tenant. With reference to a car, I may be the owner or a borrower. So with reference to an object, I may be a liker. With reference to another object, I am a disliker. You understand now? All my response to different object situations, to some events happening, I am a welcomer. To certain events, I am a resentful person. Something happens, somebody comes and tells you this happened to you. No, yes sir. It happened to you. No, yes sir. It happened. Oh, I can't accept it. I can't assimilate it. So like this, there are to events I am a different person. You are selected for this job. Thank you. The other person is rejected and he is dejected, okay? So like this, so to events, to people, to situations, to objects, you are indifferent, you are the welcomer, you are a liker, you are a disliker. So all the time there is a change centered on you, centered on I. Understand now? I am a karta. I am a karta, bhokta with reference to myself. Karta, bhokta and jnata, I said. Then with reference to, again, the different things I do, different things I see, hear, etc. There is a change in me. Seer, hearer and all that. And I respond to the world also differently. And therefore, only one thing that is invariable is I am invariable. The roles I play, the variable status on my part is called role, and it is relevant to the related object. Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.